Hey guys, the Tech Prepper, hope you're all doing well. We're just about to wrap up a trip. We went to Roswell, New Mexico for an alien trip. We're on our way back. We're back in Arizona, and I'll drop this video after I get back home, but I want to share with you a few things that I did on this trip for comms. Number one, still running the RM-40. This is the Hustler resonator, and it is dialed in for one specific set of frequencies for JSA call. And this is a compromised antenna, and I was actually able to make a targeted contact with my buddy Brian. Let's go inside and check it out, and I want to show you some of the other projects I was working on. Sorry about the dogs, guys. This thing is raw. So over here we've got the man pack here. I'm running the 857D man pack. People have been asking for a build video on this for a while. I've got a third unit that I just started. I may do that in a bit. And then I've got the DigiRig mobile here connected. I forgot my USB cable, so I'm using my old GoPro cable to go into my Panasonic FZM1. And while I do have the GPS dongle, I opted not to connect it to get time. Instead, I am using my new Garmin 2X to pull the time there and then manually sync the clock here. And I don't know if we're able to see it there, but you can see that at the top here, I did a signal to noise ratio request to my buddy Brian. He came back to me with a minus 6 dB. So I sent him a little message checking in from Karchner Caverns, okay. And then I did receive an acknowledgement here. So really simple setup, man pack running on a 10 amp hour battery, and then just using a compromised antenna. So not a whole lot in the way of gear. And then when we were going out here, I actually had the Comet SBB5 mounted in the front there, and with the group that we're caravanning in, we were able to maintain comms. So very versatile, and that's part of the reason why I like these all band, all mode rigs, because I can go to VHF, UHF on this side, and then HF on this side using the same K400 mount on the hood. And then I've got the feed line running into the cab here. A couple of other things, if you guys are interested, let's take a look at some software I've been working on. This is my Dell 7220. It's running MCOM Tools R5, which has not been released yet, but this has the integrated U-Blocks GPS, so it's all working there. I don't have the Wi-Fi connected. Actually, let's do this. So you can see Wi-Fi is not connected, and I did some more work with my, did not connect the dongle, ADBS tracking software, and we're going to go unplug this. We're going to plug it back in, and I want to show you a few things. So this is all offline. It is quite literally getting the radio signals from the ADBS beacons straight from that guy. And let's see what happens when we go ahead and start it up. And I want to show you some of the things that I'm doing with this UI here. So first and foremost, we're starting to get aircraft pop in, and you notice here I'm not quite centered yet. I'll go ahead and click on maybe this aircraft here. That map moves to that location, and you can see it's right along I-10. The other thing I just did for offline mapping, check this out, or offline data, we hit info, and I have pulled down the entire FAA data set that has all of the registered aircraft in the US. So without internet connection, I can tell that that aircraft is a Boeing 737. I get the tail number. I can even see who it's registered to. We can even try that with another one here. So we'll click on this guy here. And one of the things I'm trying to do with amateur radio software is make it easy to use. So we'll do touch. We'll go to info here. And now we've got another Boeing 767, and we can see the tail number there. We can see that this one is registered in Kansas City. So really cool stuff. Some of the other things that we can do here is also, I'm capturing the flight information. This is information that is part of the transponder beacon. Not all of them have it. And then I have the hex code that I actually use to look up in my offline FAA database, and I get the speed and altitude. I can sort by the flight numbers in either directions. Pretty cool. And then I also want to be able to hide that view. So if I want more screen real estate, I have that available. So the map is offline, the FAA data set is offline, and I'm pulling these signals straight from the ether or from the air. So this is all in flight. I'm going to do a nerd hour pretty soon here for the Buy Me a Coffee folks to talk about the architecture that I'm using for offline mapping and a bunch of other good stuff here. So you guys can see my vision for simplicity, simple to use, and all of that good stuff. A couple of things before I wrap here, because I am disturbing my wife. Like I said, we did a Roswell trip, so we got this little alien here to complement our Buckies. And yeah, picked up some more swag here from Roswell. And then for the RV, big fan of the Ryobi 18 volt line. We have the vacuum cleaner, the drills, and we're also doing things like the fans here for the pups. We've got 2 of these that we can move around. And then I'll probably review this in a while, but there was a great Amazon deal day on the Blue Eddy. I want to say it was about $600 off. And the primary reason I got this was to be able to have something that was not quite as DIY as I had, but to be able to take it around. And the cool thing is I used this adapter here to charge up the 10 amp hour battery that's in my man pack. I've had to do that twice on the trip. So I can plug that into one of 4 AC outlets here, so it'll do 110 AC. But the other thing that I did test was kind of cool. It also does 30 amp service, so I can actually connect my RV to this. And I actually ran the AC for the RV. Unfortunately, after about 40 minutes, it completely drained the entire battery. But this thing will charge up quick. It will charge up using solar, AC mains, and also DC. Pretty cool stuff. And then you get all of the cool USB-A, USB-C, and a few other things. Anyways, guys, raw video. I have been working on stuff even while taking a small break. So for the Buy Me a Coffee guys, I need to catch up on all the stuff that I owe you. So shouldn't be too much longer. Anyways, I'm the Tech Prepper. Be strong, be safe, and be prepared. Oh, and train on the road.